and for the ministerial discussion during our presidency. You will be happy to note multilateralism, peaceful settlement of disputes. This was Pakistan's subject, and it was dozens of countries took part. I personally went to preside that session, July 2025. So that shows Pakistan's intent, Pakistan's respect, and Pakistan's intentions about the respect for the international law and the treaties. Responsible nations respect international law and implement international treaties, as I said, as a moral and legal obligation. We are convinced that binding international commitments cannot be changed. We must be aware of the cost of derailing an international treaty on trans-boundary rivers, choosing confrontation by weaponizing shared waters and breaching international law and binding treaties. Such transgressions in international relations set dangerous precedents, dent national credibility, and challenge the foundations of interstate cooperation. Such actions erode the rules-based order which international peace and security rest. For Pakistan, this is not an abstract legal debate. Water is the lifeline of more than 250 million people, our nationals, our agriculture, our security, energy production, and economic development depend upon the uninterrupted flow of the three western rivers to Pakistan. Protecting these waters is therefore a matter of vital national interest. Ladies and gentlemen, we sincerely advise India against sowing the seeds of war and jeopardizing the peace and security of our region. We must seek to promote peace in South Asia by addressing all outstanding issues. Pakistan has consistently sought to resolve differences through dialogue, diplomacy, and the treaty-based mechanisms agreed by both parties. We remain committed to these principles because lasting peace can only be built upon mutual respect, sovereign equality, and faithful implementation of international obligations. At the same time, there should be no misunderstanding. Any attempt to deprive Pakistan of the waters rightfully allocated to Pakistan under the Indus Waters Treaty would have profound consequences for regional peace and security. Such actions serve neither country and would undermine the shared interest of nearly 2 billion people in the South Asia. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, South Asia faces enough shared challenges. Shared waters should become a source of cooperation, confidence, and regional integration, not coercion or confrontation. The Indus Waters Treaty, signed over several decades ago and after several years of negotiations, was meant for best utilization of the available waters in the Indus Basin by both the countries, provided it is implemented in the spirit in which it was conceived, without being tapped in a zero-sum mentality. Pakistan remains steadfast in its commitment to peace, dialogue, and good neighborly relations. We seek neither confrontation nor conflict. We seek respect for international law, faithful implementation of treaty obligations, respect for each other's water rights, and cooperation that serves the interests of present and future generations. At the same time, we will not allow a rightful share of water resources to be misappropriated and will safeguard and defend our rights and interests under international law through all available means. You might recall that after the May 2025 war, and rather after Pahalgam incident, and after the announcement of India to hold the treaty in abeyance, there was a National Security Committee meeting in Pakistan. chaired by Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif. National Security Committee comprises of the civil and military leadership, and they were united that any diversion, any interruption, and any reduction in the rights of Pakistan vis-a-vis Indus Waters Treaty will be treated as an act of war. And we decided this, we mean it, and we will make sure that our rights are not prejudiced or abused. I can say Pakistan has demonstrated to be a very careful country which tried to contribute to bring peace and security in this region. I'm referring to the US-Iran conflict. Recently, you have all observed. Pakistan did its best to bring together on the negotiation table two parties which have never shook hands in the last 47 years. 10th and 11th of April this year, these two countries, we managed to convince that they sat on the same table, direct dialogue, after 47 years. Some countries like our neighbor used to call Pakistan a terrorist country. Pakistan is today known as peacemaker of the region in South Asia, alhamdulillah. This is the country which has been now in the recent Oslo forum. The US envoy said Pakistan has become the net security provider of this region. Pakistan believes in dignity, respect, no matter how small a country is or how big a country is. They are all equal in the foreign policy of Pakistan. We respect them all. The UN Security Council was created for what? For peace and security. And that peace and security is the main responsibility which is being sabotaged by our neighbor through an act of, I would say, illegal declaration of treaty in abeyance. This is not on. It will never be acceptable. We have to work within the treaty mechanism. You just read from one of the speaker, Article 12 very clearly spells out that how this treaty can be changed, how this treaty can be, superseded. It is only by mutual consent. And there's a mechanism, there's a three-tier mechanism in the treaty itself, how to resolve the disputes. So, one-sided, any action by our neighbor, they would be making a mistake. They did make a mistake last year. The Pahalgam incident, Pakistan had nothing to do with it. Within hours, Pakistan Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif made an open offer. And the international community is very well witness to that offer, that we are ready to undergo and agree to any international investigation of the Pahalgam incident.